Hi guys, I'm Caitlin with Pinestone Crafts. Today we're going to be making a coconut-based soap. I have my coconut oil measured out. This is about 840 grams. My sodium hydroxide or lye measured out, and this is 115 grams. And then I have 234 grams of your plain old water. What you always want to remember to do is you want to remember to add your sodium hydroxide to your water and not your water to your sodium hydroxide, because you will have a Mount Vesuvius reaction. So we're going to take our sodium hydroxide and just add little bits to the water. And you want to make sure you don't use a metal with zinc in it because it will react with it. And I'm just using the end of my stick blender because I'm going to use it for this anyways. Be sure to do this in a well-ventilated area because there are fumes. I'm going to add the other half. The joys of only being able to use one hand, let me tell you. And you want to make sure you've got a plastic glove on. I don't need one on my left hand because I can only use one of my hands. There we go. And that's our lye solution. And now you always want to mix your lye and your water in a glass bowl because it will react with plastic and it will react with anything other than stainless steel. It's pretty toasty, so we're just gonna wait till that cools down a little bit. Get our coconut oil over here, and in the meantime we can make our color. So this is a fairly large batch. What I did was I started mixing my color to get a good idea about the ratio that I would have to use to get the chai latte color that I want. It looks like I need twice as much white as I do brown. So let's just do it 2 to 1. Let's do 1 scoop brown, 2 scoops white, and I am using a mica pigment. Both of them are mica pigments because it's better on your skin than dyes. All right, let's start with that. If we need more, I'll get back to it. It's always a good idea to have a thermometer on hand as well to check the temperature of your lye solution. 167 degrees. I'm gonna wait until that cools down to about like 140. Okay, so now it's time to put the lye solution into your oil. And you wanna do it slowly. What happens when sodium hydroxide comes into contact with oil is a process called saponification. And when that happens, oil no longer exists and sodium hydroxide or lye no longer exists and you have soap. So let's go ahead. You just want to mix this enough until it gets kind of thick and kind of cloudy, which means the sodium hydroxide is turning the oil into soap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to add the color, and I'm going to add my scents, my fragrances. So since we're doing vanilla chai, I've picked out an essential oil, cardamom. We're gonna do about 50 drops of cardamom. All right, there's 50. And then this is cinnamon. It's a little bit more potent, so we won't need as much. We'll do about 35 to start. All right, there's 35. And then we have vanilla, which is a lot more mild than the other 2 essential oils, so we'll need more of that. All right, there's about 55 drops of vanilla. And then because I don't have ginger or clove essential oil yet, I am going to use spice. I'm gonna use about 1/4 of a teaspoon of ginger to start out with. I think that smells pretty close. Okay, we're gonna add in just this little bit of color to start, and then we'll see where we are from there. All right, it looks a little too dark. I'm just gonna add in more white. I'll grab my fabulous soap mold. Pour. All right, so now that we have our vanilla chai latte soap complete and it's in the mold, we're gonna let it stay in there for about 2 to 3 days. And after that, we'll cut it and let it sit for another 6 weeks to let it harden. And we're back. It's been 3 days that our soap has been in this mold, and we're gonna take it out and cut it so we can go ahead and let it sit for 6 weeks so it's cured. Again, remember, this is not about being perfect. It's about doing what defines you and what makes you happy. So we got the mold out. It's pretty heavy. The sides are detached, and then we want to go here and okay, so we're gonna put this in the cutter. We're gonna take the silicone mold off the, again, not exactly the easiest doing this with one hand, but we got what we got and we'll make it work. So this is vanilla chai scented. It smells super yummy. I'm gonna put them on a plate. Quite a little bit of elbow grease. And we're just gonna keep cutting. Making soap is not hard, and it's actually a lot of fun, as you can see. We're gonna stick it on a wire cookie rack, like the one here. You can also use a baking sheet as well. Some of these are actually kind of thick. Plenty thin, because everybody needs soap. Everybody needs to stay clean, and you know, it provides a lot of mental release too if it smells good. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe to learn more about natural soap and candle making.